my uncle rang me and say, your dad had, a car crash, a really bad accident, and I think you should come over, And I thought he doesn't want to tell me that he's dead, probably.
I would suggest that one of the things that you'll never forget is the way that the club supported you when I know your dad was involved in an accident, and hopefully he's okay now. Tell me he's okay and he's doing well. But the club supported you through all that, didn't they? And I know the fans cared very much what was happening for you and your family.
It was tough. It was really hard, when you are too far away from your family. This is something that always you think about it. Anything can happen, and you can have a phone call and say, something like what happened with my dad in 2011, which, my uncle rang me and say, your dad had, a car crash, a really bad accident, and I think you should come over, And I thought he doesn't want to tell me that he's dead, probably. If he's saying to me, you need to be here, is because, I remember I was in the hotel because we had a game against in the Europa League or in the Premier League. But I was at the Mount Mason Hotel, and I was crying, because I lost my mom also when I was young. So my dad was, I got two little brothers. Now they're probably older, but I probably was the only man that I needed to go there and to see that, to sort it everything with hospitals and many things. But my first thought was, if they want me to fly, it's because probably it's a really bad situation. And it was like that. He was not dead, thanks God. But he's been in the intensive care for 3 months. So I knew that I couldn't stay there until the end of the season because I needed to get back to England. But at least I spent 3 weeks there to organize everything, to say, okay, you are the right people to do that, and as I say, I needed probably to organize some stuff, and then when I thought everything was in place, I took a flight back to Manchester, but my dad was still in intensive care, so it was hard for me to get back because I could have a phone call from someone to say it's gone, But I knew my job was in Manchester. I needed to get back. The club and Mancini, they were great to let me go to Argentina to stay there for 3 weeks. I remember it was a park in front of one of the apartments. I was there and I was going there for training at least for 1 hour to get my fitness, levels up because we were in the middle of the season. So, how 3 weeks is a lot if you don't do anything physically, then it's hard. So, but then I came back. I remember that we played, I think it was Liverpool away, and then we went into Wembley. We played against Man United, FA Cup semi-final, and well, everything was great. We beat them, but it was a very tough time for me. Then my dad left the hospital. He went to a place to continue with the rehab and all that. He's getting better, but obviously he needs someone to help me, at home. He sometimes if you want to go somewhere, you have to go in a wheelchair. Obviously, it's not the same for him anymore. But still alive, which is something that is the most important thing. And then it was very difficult for him to fly to Manchester, even when I was in London. as a father, when you go, one of your son playing professional football, he used to love flying, I don't know, 3-4 times a year to go to some of the most important games to enjoy about his son's career and all that. But he really missed a lot of things. The World Cup, he couldn't fly to Brazil for the World Cup final. He missed a lot of things, but okay, it is what it is. He's alive. He's happy watching, football from home. And he went to London. My last season at West Ham, he flew to London. We organized everything to bring him for 2 weeks. And we'll see if hopefully soon he got a chance again to fly to Europe, or maybe myself to go to Argentina and spend more time than I used to do as a football player. That it was no more than 3 weeks.
Huge thanks to Northwest Flooring Solutions for their support of this video, and one or two others by Pablo Zabaleta. If you'd like to support my work, please get in contact.